Howdy y'all. This is going to be for Crocket20's video response for his basic giveaway that he's doing for the Ribz packs. And kind of want to know what you'd use them for. This is sort of the philosophy of use, if you will. Let me steal that from Nut and Fancy. Of what I had been using for a sort of bare minimal kit. These are leg packs, and I'll stick a link up here or maybe down below in the description. It's one of the very first videos I've ever did, so I'm sure the quality's crappy. I haven't gone back and watched it, but I really enjoyed the leg pack system. It's sort of like a military knockoff, but more of a civilian hunting version. These are 1100 cubic inch, so these are actually probably a little bit bigger, I think, than the Ribz are. They were 700 and 800 cubes. They're great by themselves. It allows me to stash a weapon system. There's binocular holders in here. There's rifle dump pouch style for shotgun shells. Now this is also not the waistband that it came with. One of the issues I had with this is when I wanted to augment into a larger system. You basically run into one, if you want to upgrade, like if I slap a canteen system on there with the loops work just fine, even on the thicker waistband that you'll see in the original video. It was fine, but man, did you have to cinch that down tight. Just the weight of a single canteen full of water really started to pull that off your belt. And so a while back, I sort of, out of the military clips and Alice clips, used their swivel and sort of attached it to just a 2-inch pistol belt, basically. The reason doing that was because with the H harness style web harness for web gear, that way I could have suspenders to help support a little bit of extra weight if I wanted to upgrade it into a little bit more sustainment pack with even just a butt pouch, or you start getting water canteens on these things, and you got to have them pretty snug so they don't start creeping down. And that was kind of initially it. The Ribz packs I've been actually looking at for a while. When you first started using those, I looked them back up and saw the camo ones were a pretty good deal. They're about 40 bucks. Even if I don't win the contest, I'll probably be picking them up. I like the idea that the Rib packs can be put under a jacket. So if you don't have them too stuffed, you're still carrying minimal gear in the winter. The issue that I'm curious about, that maybe you can put some feedback on here, is how much they breathe. I know it's a nylon, and my issue is you're covering up a good half part of your front torso wearing an internal pack. Now you've got your most of your back and your front is all pretty much covered up, and I'm wondering about hot weather, just the breathability and able to evaporate sweat, seeing how that works with the Ribz. But I do like the fact you put a jacket over, keep all your essential basic gear dry. I'm just sort of worried about in the winter, or in the summer, excuse me, as far as breathability in wearing them. And maybe you haven't even noticed a difference. But covering up the real estate, there are a few packs that are fairly high end that do a very similar thing that help balance that up. Excuse me, I've got puppy dogs in here. Give me 1 second. Sorry for that. Got a couple puppy dogs that want attention. Where was I? The backpacks. There's a company I even saw at goinggear.com that have front pockets, ultralight sustainment, that help balance the load, to help mimic that central balance. You see a lot of people carrying things on their head in third world countries that don't have backpacks. It's simply because that's the most balanced area, is directly on top, so that you're not leaning back with an overweighted backpack. So it's an interesting theory. Between the Ribz pack and, honestly, if you guys remember Adventure Canine, he also had a sort of a front bib that held a radio and a few flashlight and a few things, and a concealed gun, and I was more leaning towards that. I'll find this video and stick it up here somewhere. But I was leaning towards that simply because you concealed carry, you've got radio, you got a little bit of extra. It doesn't have the carrying capability that the Ribz pack did, but maybe that isn't needed. I also like the concealed, especially Wildland Fire. I was basically wearing a very similar bib system for my Wildland radio and you know, a little bit of sort of admin pouch for information. So that's my entry, and I appreciate you watching.